And to think that for that kind of money you can have a major impact on your health for you and your family from the depreciation of one BMW. Wow. Sometimes we get confused about value and what it means to us. And we think about the value of what we do for our customers and for our family. I today appreciate what we do more than I did before I came here, because I heard stories and I saw people come up here speaking with passion and commitment and how we change lives. And when I saw that, I said, Richard, keep doing what you're doing. We do a lot of good for many people. We have amazing products, don't we?
Yes.
Cookware, water, air, everything we have is the best. And if it's not, I will make it better. I constantly am changing and improving what we do. When I'm back in the United States, I will continue to learn about water and air and food preparation and health and wellness, and ask myself every week, every month, every year, how can I do better with what we have? And I think those of you who know me know we continue to upgrade and do what we can to make it better. Up to including our cookware, we just changed the interior to 316 from 304. Why? Because we can. And if there's a better way, we will. But to know that the products we handle are the finest in the world, and now we introduced our new steamer vac. Those of you who purchased, and then we get front row seat here. The rest of you, the admission is $100. But, but we're going to do some, and by the way, just so you understand, we're going to start this machine like a brand new person. Like, how do you put water in it? How do you use this machine? And we're going to do it like amateurs here. So that when you have this machine and the customer gets it, you go to that customer and show, let me help you learn how to use the machine. Because there's little things on there that will confuse you. If I give you one and send you home, you will call me back and say, I can't get it to work, I'm frustrated. So take the time to learn today. As a group, we'll learn together a few little things. How do you use the machine? How do you turn it on? What do you put in there? How much water do you put in? Why is that light going on? Okay? So that we all understand the machine, because it is not a toy. It is a system that no one else in the world has to sanitize your home. And once you get used to this, I'm sure all of you are thinking, where are you using the bathroom? Oh my God. You know, people have a toilet. You know, and you have the toilet seat. Do you know why you have a seat on your toilet? It's not for sitting on. It's so that when you flush the toilet, all the bacteria and germs don't fly into the air. Always put your seat down when you flush it. If not, you flush the toilet, look at it, it's coming right at you. Oh yes, if you can get a little magnifier in the spray that came out of there, you go, oh, what do you think? I go, move your head. Close the seat. And then if you, people, interesting thing, when we were at convention, they had some kind of a pipe break and they had to come into our suite and take the toilet out and fix some pipe or something in the back of them, and they put it all back. I said, okay, everything's good. I said, yeah, would you send a maid to clean this, please? So the maid came in with some rag. She said, is that okay, sir? I said, absolutely not. What you took a dirty rag, wiped the toilet, wiped the seat, wiped the thing, and you know, you think you cleaned that toilet? You just spread all the germs around. Think about it. You came in with a rag, I don't even know where the rag came from. Maybe it was in someone else's toilet, but now they went like this in my bathroom, and she's like, I got it. I go, no, you did not. Please, go get some cleaning equipment and clean my toilet. And she did. And although it was clean, it wasn't sanitary because they didn't steam clean it, they didn't get up under the ridge of the toilet where things stay for years. They didn't clean around it or the walls behind it. And you know that there's germs there because you take the black light, turn the light out, you'll see what germs are there. You go, oh my God. So when you realize that, what we're doing is sanitizing your home, sanitizing your kitchen. People put oven cleaner in the oven, and then they put food in it. You gotta think about that. You just put chemicals. Now you gotta put food. You eat the chemicals going in your food. I get confused. See, thank God, I'm a fanatic about cleanliness. My car gets washed every day I drive it. I'm the only person in the world I think that his car gets washed every day. And it's not dirty. But I can because I have staff and I say every morning, just take it out, rinse it down. We use a blower on it. And, you know, blow dry my car, like you hear, you know. So I'm a little anal about cleaning. And my mom was. I mean, we had to clean this house. Always sweating. So I look at it now and I say, my God, how do we live without steam? Now, I don't think it's something you use every day. You use it every week, every other week. When you decide you're going to do a super cleaning in your kitchen, you're going to do a super cleaning in your bathroom, you're going to steam your sofa to get rid of the smells and odors. I see people have their dogs jumping on their sofas and stuff, and I look at it, you know that dog, you know where it's been? You don't have no pants on, he's sitting on your sofa, in your bed, you know? So, steam it, vacuum it, clean it, know that you sanitized your sofa. Those of you who have children, you have the baby's chair, the high chair, the car seat, the crib. Many areas in the baby's room you'd like to sanitize, yes?
Yes.
Yeah. You start thinking of all the areas, the baby's room, your mattress. Take the dead skin off, vacuum, steam it, you have a fresh mattress. You don't have to do it. Maybe you do it every 6 months, but you take your mattress every 6 months and say, while I'm doing the bedroom, I will do my mattress too. Now, speaking of bed, we launched a new mattress this year. That is, people say, well, did you change the mattress? No, it's okay. I can work from here. Stay right? No? Yeah. Can you all see it?
Yes. Yes.
All right, let's take the topper off. Let me show you what the new mattress would be. People said, is it the same quality? The answer is yes. Is it the same foams? The answer is yes. What did you change that could reduce the price by 25–30%? So we have the topper, that's good. This would be better, called the deluxe, and then the plus. All right? So what you do is you take that now. Let's take this off. You take this off, this section.
Siya mismo papaliwanag. Iba yung sa mga YouTube.
This section comes off,
Sa YouTube.
and about that much less foam, we reduce the height of the mattress. So we put this back on, and we take. Now this goes off, this goes back on. So the difference in the mattress is this plus 1 inch.
This one.
Okay? So that your same sample, you can still demonstrate with it.
Okay.
You just show them that this comes out, this stays on.
Oh.
So you have all the benefits of the mattress, and you say, well, how could you reduce it? Well, let me show you. We have a zipper here, and a zipper there, and a binding there, and all of this has to be assembled. So a good part of our mattress is assembling and preparing this. So we're eliminating a lot of steps here by going to this. And you have your grounded mattress back on. Good idea?
Yes.
You know when we use this, Jerry?
What's that?
When you're putting on presentation, well, it's just too much. Well, we do have one that's a little bit less, if that's what you would like. Now, or we can go to the topper, which would be best for you. So you give the customer a choice. It's called alternate choice. The answer to which confirms the fact that, oh, I think the deluxe would be fine for me. Fine. And you write the order. Whenever you ask a closing question, you write it down on your order blank. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Your last name is spelled? Always write down. And every time you work with a customer, always fill out an order. Always fill out an order. Why? Once you put that order down, the customer feels obligated. They start, okay. But you assume. Don't say, wait for, just assume. Say, yeah, it does make sense, doesn't it? Let me show you how this works out. What are you doing? I'm going to show you on paper how it works out. Okay? And once you start to do that for your customer, you're assuming they're going to get it, and you're in a position. I was talking yesterday at the table, and I told you I'm a closer. When I say I'm a closer, I ask a lot of questions. You saw me in the presentation yesterday, right?
Yes.
And the more questions I ask, the more they say yes, the more obvious they're going to get it. So I would be insulting you if you say, yes, I can see why I need it. It's a great product. I can afford it. My channel will be better. I love the idea. And I don't assume you're going to buy it. It's almost insulting you. Like, what did you, the customer said, yes, yes, yes. So why are you doubting? So I assume in a presentation the customer is going to buy. Want to see my crazy close? When I'm selling and closing, and then the customer at the end, you feel like you've been closing for half hour, 45 minutes, and the customer is still not getting it. I stop. And I said, oh my God, I feel so bad. I feel like maybe I've been a little aggressive and pushy, and I don't really like to do that. So I hope you'll accept my apology. You see, I realized today that the reason you're not going to own this product is my fault. Because had I done this properly and I communicated the value of this product to you, you would own it. And your children would have the benefit of this product. They would be drinking the pure water, and your family would have the health and the air and the beautiful products we have. And I want you to know that I know the reason your family's not going to have this is probably my fault. So would you do me a favor? It's your family's health and it's their well-being. Why don't you tear that up?
Order form.
Where's the ball?
Where's the pen?
What do you think happens?
The pen.
Where's the pen?
8 out of 10 times they put that and say, oh, hell. So I always apologize to them for being such an silly salesperson. You see, I have a big ego. Most of us in this room have egos. Yes? Someone said to me, whenever you put on a presentation, if the customer can afford it, if they have a need for the product, and they don't get it, it's your fault. Don't blame the customer, blame yourself. Because in every home a sale is made. They either sell you, they don't need it or can't afford it, or you convince them they do need it and they can't afford it. So when I realize that it's you against me, and one of us gotta win, my ego gets involved. So I don't want to leave the house without an order. Somehow I'm going to sell you something before I leave the house because my ego would be upset. So I remember putting on 49 presentations, made 49 sales. Wow. On my 50th presentation, I demonstrated for 4 hours. I wrote the order 2 or 3 times, and they said no. Then someone else came in, and no. Then the boyfriend came in and said no, yes, no, no. Finally, I was exhausted. I said, thank you, goodbye. Do you know a brand new rookie sold them 2 days later? Went to the house, so I went to represent Carico. They said, oh, I know all about your products. I'm really interested. Come on in. So I made the sale. But here's the funniest part about it. I missed the next 5 sales. The next 5 I didn't sell. Do you know why? Because I wasn't competing with myself anymore. I was like demoing and just like, okay, what do you want? I don't really care anymore because I screwed up. I messed up my record. So once, and then I said to myself, hey, stupid, get back in the groove again. Start getting into sales presentations. See, when I put on a sales presentation, I'm sitting there, we're just talking nice. I love your house, everything's wonderful, we're making friends. And all of a sudden you'll see me stand up, push the chair away, and you see me do this. What do you think that was? I threw the switch. I said, Richard, the show is on! In the next 20 minutes, I'm gonna either make some money or go home without a sale. So, shh, the show is on. I start moving. Because if you bore the customer to death, they will fall asleep in your presentation. Not what we want, is it? So I have to have the enthusiasm and the passion for the product, and I can't do that sitting down. I think when God made me, He put my brains in my butt. Because when I sit on it don't work. You know, when I stand up, my brain starts to work again. So get off your butt if you want to make money. You gotta get off your ass to get rich. Can't do it sitting down. So, I like your BMW. I drive Ferraris. I drive Ferraris. You know, I was there with Patty, and Patty went with Tina. They said, we're going shopping. We're going to go shopping. I said, really? What are we going to do? So we and I went to the Ferrari dealership. And I got back, I said, what'd you do? I said, went to the Ferrari dealership. She said, what'd you do? I said, I ordered 2 new Ferraris. She said, what? I said, I ordered 2 more Ferraris. She said, are you serious? I said, yeah. Why? It was a good deal. I was teasing her, of course, but I said, it was a good deal. I ordered I have a Monza SP2 coming. It's $1,750,000. And I have one order. They're building it as we speak. So I went in to find out what their opinion was of it. And I walked in and I said, you know what SP2 is? Oh yeah, it's a limited production car. I said, do you think it's going to go up in value? He said, it'll double the day you get it. Okay, good decision. Because I did it specifically as an investment. I'll make money on it. So that's the reason I really went there. So I went back and said, they had one left and I bought that one too. She said, are you crazy? That's it, I'm going back shopping again. So then I told the truth, otherwise it would have cost me a lot. So, you know, we have the product. Now you have the mattress, you have this. Look at the product line we have. Everyone needs us.
Yes.
If you love these people, you want to make sure they own Carico products, and then you want to make sure that they're using it properly. Go service your customers, see your customers, and then get more referrals from them and set them up with more presentations. You know one thing about Carico? And I'm sure you all have got, I bought this 5 years ago. I love it. Am I right? I love it. It's the best. I love it. It's expensive. But good things are cheap. And cheap things are good. So what this does is more important than anything because it changes your lives. It changes the health. And keeps you longer. Thank God I know Carico because I'm going to stay here for a long time. And I'm going to be around working at Carico as long as I am breathing. Because I love Carico, and I love all of you people. This is why I work. So today I was inspired by what I saw up here. That the impact I'm having on people's lives, and that Jerry's having on people's lives, and all of you were having on each other's lives. And I said, wow, I want to do more of this. And that's why I wrote Jerry a note. I said, Jerry, from what I've seen in Manila, and in Dubai, Abu Dhabi, I'm like, if you can't beat me, something's wrong. Because you have a much bigger opportunity. I have a lot of Spanish people, but the Spanish people aren't like Filipinos. They're different.
Yes.
They're different. They really are. You people are. I'm inspired. I see warmth. I see. It doesn't make any difference how old or how young you are. I see the same heart that I see. It's not about just the money.
Yeah.
It's about what we do.
Yeah.
And that's better. So, what's going to determine what happens to you? Let's talk about that. I don't have to talk about hard work, I don't believe, because I think you guys are hard workers. The question is well, how do we make that fire inside of us to get the results we want? Because our business is not easy. I know it says it's easy. It's awesome, but it's not easy. There's ups, there's downs, there's cancellation, it's tough sometimes. I'm sure many of you have sat in your car and cried. When I started, I did. I remember time nothing's going right. You stand back up again. See, great champions know how to get knocked down and they get back up. You will always get knocked down in life. It's part of life.
Yeah.
They had those bumper stickers. Shit happens. The man who invented that made multi-millions on it. Did you know that? He trademarked that bumper sticker, and anytime that bumper sticker is sold, he makes a piece of it. But it's so true. Things happen in our lives. There's nothing perfect. You say, wow, you're so lucky, you're rich, Ferrari's so higher. Mm-hmm. You want my problems? You want some of my stress? Situations? You know, some of you would jump off a bridge if you saw things that, you know, but it is what it is. Leaders learn to stand back up and say, I can do this. If it is to be, it's up to me. And once you understand that, you realize, hey, I'm going to grow as fast as I want to. How much I earn is up to me. Is that true?
Yes.
Everybody has the same products. It's what you do with them. It's how passionate you are. And the one thing I've seen so far here, which is similar to America and similar to me, is that most of us started with nothing. And we started dreaming. Like Thelma said, I was dreaming because it was free. Wow. Isn't that a great statement? I was dreaming because it was free. You see, when I was growing up, my dad was in the produce business. And we were in a humble family, hardworking. My father worked. This is the old school. Came to the United States with nothing. Like many of you have moved to countries with nothing. And you had to make it happen or drowned. At Christmas time, it was so exciting. But I knew what I was getting for Christmas every year. I got socks, underwear, a jacket. This was winter. I grew out the other one. And some clothes. Toys. My uncle would bring us a little toy and we would wait for Uncle Bob to come. That Uncle Bob was going to bring us a toy. And my friends, they would get golf carts and new bicycles and all kinds of stuff. And I'd go out on Christmas Day with my new underwear and look at them and go, one day I'm going to be like them. I'm going to have toys. Dreams. One day I will have toys. Today I have more toys than anyone in the world. I have 5 Ferraris. I have boats. I have one here, one in Europe. I have toys. Jet skis. I got them. Why? Because I was a boy and didn't have no toys. I'm making up for it now.
More toys.
Now, if you don't think our childhood has an impact on who we become, you're mistaken. These are things that change who we are. I left school the day I was 16. Because if I was going to go to school and go to college, I'd have to go to school, I'd have to work, I'd have to pay for it. And my father wasn't going to send me to college with a car. He was going to say, my father was very good. He'd say, you want a new car? You want a car? No problem. Go to work. It's very simple. Dad, can I get a bicycle? You already have a bicycle. Dad, I want to get boots. Kids have boots. Boots. You have 2 feet, you have shoes, and you have sneakers. Why do you need more than that? You only have 2 feet. So, you want boots? You go to work, you can get the boots. And I did. I went to work, and from this big, I was working. I was selling some, shoveling snow, raking leaves, cutting grass. I don't care, polish car. I'd do anything you would do for money. But I was never broke. My father also taught me a couple of things. He used to say, as I got a little older, I said, Dad, I make a lot of money. He said, don't tell me how much money you make. Only tell me how much money you keep. That's all that counts. What you make don't mean shit. What you keep is what counts. Got it, Dad. See, it didn't take me long to get it. Some people, you tell them over and over, they don't get anything, do they? But when you have nothing, we get it quick, don't we? We don't have too much to concentrate on, but how do we get to the next level? So like you, I started very nothing. And that's probably the reason I'm successful. I thank my father, thank you, Dad and Mom, for teaching me how to work. For teaching that was up to me. Because I wouldn't have accomplished this. And Dad, thank you for teaching me. What I make is not important, it's what I save. So all of my life, I've lived on 40% of what I earn. 60. Kept going back into investments, whether it be real estate or finance or inventory or products or development. Put it back. The piggy bank. It'll come back later. So today, I can have all the toys I want. And I can do the things that I dreamt of and fantasized about. And you continue to have goals. One of the things that was really critical to me is goals. I've set goals from the first day I got in this business. My first goal was to get a car that had actual tires on it with lines in them. You know, in 45 days from starting this, I was driving a new Chevy Impala. That's why my cars were clean, because I used to walk with a rag in my pocket. And I'd walk away from the car like this. That's my car. I own this car. Wow. Fantasy. Fantasy. I owned a new car. You see, those dreams become a reality if you want them badly enough. When I was 5 years old, I decided I didn't like living in New Jersey. Most of you don't know what New Jersey is, but it's not the part of the United States you want to live in. It's dirty. You know, so we came from Florida, coconut trees, to cold snow and dirt. At 5, I go, I'm going there, where it's sunny and warm and nice. So, those were goals. As soon as I figured out how to make a living, I moved to Florida. One of my dreams was to own a house on the ocean. But we would drive down along the ocean in this open house. Let's go in. We have the kids, we're going out. You mind if we look around? They said, no, you can look. Are you interested in buying a house on the ocean? I'd say, man, if you give me this house for free, I can't afford it. I'm not joking. I'd say if it's free, I can't afford it. You have to pay the taxes and the insurance and the maintenance on the ocean. It's expensive. I'm like, for free, I can't take it. But one day, I will own a house on the ocean. You saw my house on the ocean? Yeah. 10,000 square feet, 9-car garage, Art Deco mansion on the ocean with gates. I sold it, made a lot of money on it, but I decided I didn't want them on the ocean anymore, but I had to do it first because I couldn't have a boat on the ocean. I go, I want a boat, I can't have it on the ocean. So I'm going to go on the intercoastal. I sold the house and moved on the intercoastal, but the goal was accomplished. When I was working, I was 25 years old in Florida. I had one of my guys working with me, and you remember Peter Mariachi?
Yes.
So Peter and I would make sales calls, do interviews, college interviews and sales calls, and he said, you know, we were looking for offices, and everywhere we went, I don't know if you have the problem, parking was a problem. Move the car, I want to tow your car. No, you're going to tow me, I'm going to tow my car again. So I said, I'm going to build an office building, and I took a napkin, and I designed it on a napkin, a building like this, and then like this, and all the trucks are going to go around the back, and I'm going to have rolling hills, and a garden in the center. So really, he said, when are you going to have it? I said, 10 years. I was 25. One day before my 35th birthday, I moved into that building. My first phone call, when I bought my first Ferrari, the first phone call from that building, I bought a 308 GTS, brand new, on the telephone. But I had to build the building first, that was my goal, and I didn't get the reward until the building was done. I had to accomplish goal 1 to get to goal 2. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Now, I'm not doing this to brag to you. I'm trying to make you understand that if you do not have goals, they will not become a reality. And you have to clearly define your goals because it's the why that makes you work. It's the why am I doing this? To take care of your family. I took care of my mother like a princess. I sent my father on trips. I did things for my dad and my mother that they would have never experienced without me. Sending him to Europe, and my dad sending him to Italy and putting him on a cruise and doing all things they never would have done. So when my dad passed away and my mom passed away, I had 0 regrets because I was there when they were alive and helped them. So, you know, it's interesting. This business does things for people that no other company can do. No company does this. They don't treat people like this. They're not a family. You see them checking in? They're not warm like this. Who was it that was with New Skin? You were with New Skin? When you went to a meeting, you paid for the meeting, you paid to attend, you paid your airfare, you paid your hotel, you paid for your food. You were lucky they let you go. You know? I did private label. I worked with DSA. I did private label for them. I've done products with them. Okay, I developed products for other companies because I'm good at it. And they all know it. And all of the DSA executives own our products. Because we have a display. What do you think I do? I'm known as the #1 salesman in Direct Selling Association. Because when I'm there, we're going to a CEO dinner. What do you think I'm doing? I'm selling. Oh, what do you? Blah, blah, blah. I need a mattress. I need an airphone. I'm building a house. I'll take care of you. Don't worry. Give you a special price. You do that too, right? We all give special prices, of course. So bottom line is, guys, we come from the same place. And I realize today that the people that accomplish great things are dreamers. Like Jerry is a dreamer. Thelma's a dreamer. I'm a dreamer. Lori's a dreamer. Everyone in this room who's accomplishing greats are doing it because of their dreams. You know, when I was younger, I was very lucky. I got one thing that really had a major impact on my life. It was a record. And someone gave me this record. It was called The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale. Jerry, you've heard it, I'm sure. How many people have heard The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale? Have you heard that? Not The Secret, The Strangest Secret. I'd like to tell you the strangest secret in the world. Not long ago, a great doctor, Nobel Prize winner by the name of Albert Schweitzer was being interviewed in London. The great doctor was asked the question, what's wrong with men today? We live in an age that man has worked for hundreds of years, but we pretty much take it for granted. And it goes on to say that you become what you think about all day long. If you have meaningful and worthwhile goals, they will become a reality. They say this in the record. They will become a reality. There's no way they cannot. And when they say there's no way they cannot, just now my hair stands up and I get a chill. There's no way they cannot. You remember that? And I say, wow, if there's no way they cannot, then I will do it. And of course my friends laughed at me. They didn't believe that positive bullshit. You believe that? You're going to be just like us. You're no better than us. The reason it's memorized is because when I had it, they didn't have tape recorders or CDs. It was a record. And I would take the record arm and leave it off like this. You remember that? You put the arm over, and it keeps playing over and over again, and I would go to sleep with The Strangest Secret, because I figured I could learn while I was sleeping. And I did. That if I had goals and I set them clearly and focused on them and was willing to go out and do the things necessary to make them a reality, they would become a reality. That was such a major impact on me, because I believed in that. And I'm going to suggest all of you write down The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale. You can Google it and download it. The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale. And then listen to it 1,000 times. Not once, not 10, 1,000 times. And whenever you get a little down, put it back on. The number one key to my success, number one factor of my success was that record that was given to me. If you get in any one of my Ferraris, it is in my car. Get in the car and say, Strangest Secret. I go, you said you listen to it every week? Why? Music costs me money. This makes me money. It gets my head straight. And if your head's not straight, you're going crooked. So I must keep my attitude right. Know what you think about that, Orange? What are you thinking about? I have meaningful, worthwhile goals, and they will become a reality. There's no way they cannot. So you start thinking, say, okay, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to dream big. Of course, be careful. Be careful what you dream. Be careful what you say. Richard, I'm going to sell 200,000. Is that really what you want to sell? No. But I'm going to say that because it's comfortable. We had a magic show at the convention. Abracadabra. You know that, right? Abracadabra. Do you know what abracadabra means? What you say is what you create. That's the magic. Abracadabra, make it disappear. What you say is what you're going to create. You're going to create it to disappear. So be careful what you say, because abracadabra, what you say is what you're creating for your future. Wow. Be careful what you say. Be careful what you think. If you think you can't, you won't. You think you can be very successful? You will. But you got to think about it all day long, and then be willing to pay the price. How badly do you want it? How serious are you about success? Are you a winner? Or are you going to let your dreams go away? Here's a question. Are you hungry?
Yes.
And I don't mean for lunch. I know most of you are hungry for lunch, but are you really hungry for accomplishment?
Yes.
You see, even a tiger or a lion will not hunt unless they are hungry. You will never accomplish anything unless you are hungry for it. Are you alive?
Yes.
I am hungry for success. Are you a lion? Pussycats don't do much. Little kitty.
Kung loob ng village, kung loob na.
So if you are hungry, you will hunt. Are you ready to hunt this year? Then you have to find your why. Why am I going to do this? What does it mean to me? Is it a goal? Is it a BMW? Is it a home? Is it taking care of your family? What is it that will make you get up in the morning and go to work? And it's not all about money all the time. Self-pride, accomplishment, proving. I heard a couple of people say, they challenged me. Are you challenged? Could be for a challenge. If you challenge me, I'm very competitive. I realized that little doll, that little girl yesterday. What an adorable little girl. You know, I found myself, she was doing these things like this, and I started doing them with her, and then I got challenged. I'm like, shit, I can do it. You know, it became the kid was challenging me, and she was picking her leg up, then I was picking my leg up. I can do that too, see? I kickbox. Yeah, I've trained for about 20 years for kickboxing. Just because it's good to be able to stay in shape. Yeah. And if you stay in shape, and you learn something. You know what I learned about kickboxing? Balance. See, once you can balance, you can do everything, because balance is skiing, balance is tennis, balance is everything, isn't it? And same in life, balance is everything. You have a good balance with your family,
Hindi pwede. Masama sa
with your work, with your health and wellness, with your exercise,
health and wellness.
with religion. All of it has to be in balance, doesn't it? If you're too focused on one area, it's not good.
So natuto na naman si Arab. One word.
However, when it
Balance.
comes to work, you can be a little bit more leaning toward strength on the work side, because it keeps everything else in balance, doesn't it? The family, the children, the cars, the homes, and so income becomes one of the factors that you must, even for religion. God needs money. Churches need money. We got to help. We can help poor people. We can donate. We can be charitable. Is that important?
Yes.
Yeah. So it's all evolves a little bit about our success in our work as well. But I don't consider this work. I consider this life. When we say we work hard, that means we talk. Am I right? What do you do for a living? We talk. The more we talk, the more money we make. I don't get tired from talking. When you think, what do? I talk, I sponsor, I sell, I manage, I motivate by talking and setting the right examples. So it's not like work like something you hate. How many people love working at Carico? Isn't that amazing? Go to any other company. How many people love your company? And I go, I hate my company. I hate my boss. I hate my office. I hate what I do. I hate you too. Am I right or wrong? And how many people, I love what I do. There's some, but not like us. Because we have so much that we do by helping other people, and then we get this reward. It's called income. You know, money is very important. It increases your face value. Oh yeah, you're better looking when you have money in your pocket. Oh, absolutely. When you're broke, you're like this. How's everything? Good. You don't look too exciting, do you? Put put $4,000 or $5,000 in your pocket, you walk like this. Am I right?
Yeah.
You strut a little bit. You go, wow, I'm rich. And you smile more, right?
Yeah.
It's hard to smile when you're broke. Yeah, I smile. I'm happy. I love life. You're broke. Oh. It's like the battery goes dead, right? The Energizer Bunny wouldn't have any energy. You gotta have enthusiasm, and it takes money in your pocket to do it. One of the keys to our successful people is they put out extra effort. They put out extra effort. When I would work with somebody, we'd be working, it's 9 o'clock, they say, what do we do? I go, one more demo. Man, let's hit 3 more doors. Okay, 3 doors, 2 more. Hey, you said 3, well, 2 more. Okay, just 1 more. If I can get in now, 9:30, quarter to 10, I'm gonna make a sale. You know why? Because they got to go to sleep sooner or later, and I'm not leaving until they get our products. so then they say, well, if I buy, will you leave? I go, okay, let me just show you how this works out. But you know, seriously, I put out extra effort. You put out more into it. You train better. You don't go through the motions. You think about what you're doing, and you put 150% into it, and you'll get 150% results. People said, remember I told you a story about SOS? Someone said SOS. See, the message to me was, I'm working harder than you guys. So I got out of it. So that was really important, wasn't it? SOS. A 1-minute talk. I remember 50 years later. I'm working harder than you guys. I would say the top people are working harder than the other people. Would you agree?
Yes.
They're putting more passion into it, and they're more committed, and they have bigger goals and dreams. So you have to have the bigger goals, the bigger dreams, extra effort, and show the products. I think someone said show 7, 8 times a day. Oh my God. If you showed 7, 8 times a day, you wouldn't be able to count your money. I always say if I can get 15 good prospects a week in front of me, I will be rich. Because I'll sell 12, 13 of them. Would you agree? Yeah. 12, 13 sales, you're making serious money. Now, what's really more important is that if I'm doing that, people are watching me and they will follow you. They will mimic you. So what you're doing is multiplication. If you teach them something bad, they will never forget it. They pick up the bad stuff very quickly. Am I right?
Yes.
Well, you know, today it's my mother's sister's birthday, so I'm taking off early. From that day on, every holiday and every event is a reason to take off. Because my manager did. So you got to be careful what they're seeing. I'm a photocopy machine. You see, I always dress in suits and ties. And when I was a kid, I always wore a suit and tie when I started a business. You know why? Because I was so young. I was 17 years old. I looked like I was 14. So if I didn't put a suit and tie on, no one took me serious. They'd call me Sonny. What do you want, Sonny? I had to wear a suit, and then they called me Sir. So if I had to be a Sonny or a Sir, I put the suit on. You know, I don't have that problem now, but I did when I was a kid. And so, bottom line is that I dressed for success, and I set the example. Then I realized if I went casual, they'd be in a t-shirt. So if I wear a suit, they'll go
Ayan
with a
na.
sports jacket.
Second. Third
If I wear
pala.
a sports jacket, they'll go
Not
with a
sure.
casual shirt. I go with a casual shirt, they'll be in a t-shirt. So I have to dress up to keep my staff and team dressing nice. The example you set. So if you have goals and you talk about it, some people
Ito si
say,
Attorney Frank.
well, what's your goal? I'm not going to talk about it. It's personal. I don't like to talk about things like that. I got my goals. You know what that means? I'm not doing anything. Because if I tell you, I might get committed to doing something. So if you don't want to talk about them, Jerry, you know my goals. My goals, I got goals, so many. But I talk about them. What? Because if I don't talk about them, I can hide when they don't come true. If I tell everybody what I'm going to do, I'm committed to it. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I'm going to do this for my family. I'm going to have this car by this time. I'm going to buy a house in 2 years. I'm going, and you tell your family, you tell everybody else, it gets you committed to it. And if you're going to be successful, you must be committed. If you're going to make it in this business, you must be committed. Because otherwise it won't work. I'm not going to try it, I'm going to do it. You know, someone talked about, my friends told me it wasn't going to work. Let me tell you my experience. I first got my sample case, I drove home. I stopped by my mother's. My mom, I'm a salesman, I'm myself, nice, door to door. She said, Richard, why didn't you get a real job? You can come to work for me, installing draperies. I don't want to work for my mother. I went to see my buddy. He told me I got sucked in. It was not a real job. Do you know what I said? I said, I will succeed at this or I will die, but I will not give up. Because I am not a quitter.
Yeah.
Are you?
Yes.
Winners do not quit, and quitters do not win.
Yeah.
So I decided that I was going to be successful at this, and all my friends laughed. Now my friends just like to know that they know me. I'm coming to Florida. Can I show my friends your boat in your house? Do you mind if I stop by just to show my friends how successful my friend is? Because they ain't got the real job. They ain't got the retirement. They live in a retirement community. Not where I want to be. So you set your goals, and then you have attitude, association. You see, Jerry's association with me had a major impact on Jerry, including this convention, including the signs, because Jerry had good association from a champion that was going somewhere.
Hello.
If he had associated with the wrong company,
Sakto with the president, yung ating motto.
So when Jerry started in our business, this is not the Jerry we knew. Jerry has grown 1,000%. And being here, Jerry, and seeing your people just really makes me know how big the opportunity is for you and your people. He's the first person I ever said to, you can beat me, and I hope you do. I want you to. Because it'll wake up my team who think, oh yeah? Come on. Come take it away. I would love to say number 2, Carico International. and Jerry, and number 1, let's bring up Neutral A, the world champion. Not too many people say, beat me, I want you to. But I think it'd be really great because I think you have the potential and the opportunity to do it. So I'm looking forward to it. Might take you a couple of years, but I'm watching. Opportunity here is amazing. Remember, your example is number 1. What you do, how you act will determine what your people will do. And if you do the right things, the why, let me tell you, from someone that has 0 to someone that has everything that I could possibly dream of. I've exceeded my greatest, wildest dreams when I was a kid as to what I could be. I wanted a little boat. I have a big boat. I wanted a Ferrari. I have a collection of them. But it was an accident. It was not an accident. Jerry knows that. My dream was to be one of the guys, and there's only 400 or 500 in the world, that gets the limited production Ferraris, which make you money. I am now one. I have a Ferrari being made today that's $1,750,000, and in the United States is not legal to drive on the street, so I can't drive it. Now, is that stupid or what? Except that I will make $1.5 million on it, so it's not stupid. So I bought the house across the street, and I'm going to park it in the living room. That's where the car is going to go. with cameras on it and air conditioning. And Jerry, when you come over, we're going to sit in the car and a big screen will. What do you think, Jerry? Let's have a drink. And we'll sit in the car and watch the video because I can't drive it on the street. But it's okay. I didn't want the car, but I didn't want to be out of the club because if I didn't take it, you don't get no more. So I did it. But this, and it's not right. This was a dream. A dream, a fantasy. Could I ever be one of those few 400 or 500 guys in the world? And I'm not an Arab with oil wells or, you know. Could I be one of those guys? I finally have arrived at that. He said, well, what is your goal today? My goal is to take Carico International and make it a household word. That everyone knows who Carico is. And I can see us doing that in the Philippines. I can see us doing that in Dubai. I can see us doing the United States. There's no reason why everybody should know who Carico really is, because we are the best. And we have more opportunity and more dreams that come true with Carico. We are dream builders in the United States and throughout the world. And my goal is to help make you have your dreams come true, whatever they may be. Now, little guy wanting a bicycle and a pair of boots to here. And each step was a journey of love. And arriving is not the reward, it's the trip. It's the step. Next step, a little bit better, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bigger house, a little bit more, a little bit more. Until you go, wow. And every day, I thank God. Every single day, I thank God. I say, thank you, God, for giving me the wisdom, the strength, and the ability to make these dreams come true. Thank you. Because without His help, I couldn't do it. And if you don't take time to appreciate what you have, no matter what it is, you miss it. Life is short. Absorb what's around you. Absorb this hotel. I am just walking and looking and go, wow, look where we are. I said to Patty, Patty, when I met you, you were afraid to get on a plane. I'm serious. Flying from New York to Florida, or go see your parents in New Jersey, was, I need to have a drink, I'm done, take a pill, I'm so nervous, I can't get on a plane. I'm not joking. She'd get on a plane, she'd be squeezing my hand like it's going to explode as we take off. Today she gets on the plane, we fly around the world, and I'm like, Patty, did you realize that when we met you, you were like this getting on a plane? Now it's like, okay, no big deal. And the places we've been, Jerry, we talk Alaska, we go all over the world at Carico. We travel the world, so not only do we make money, not only do we have wonderful relationships with each other, but we travel the world and have a lifestyle that most people, no matter how much money you have, will never experience. So I thank God for all of that. I thank God for all of you. And I am very, very impressed with what you see. I see, Jerry. Let's take this company. I'm watching very seriously. What I see here is very impressive. Very impressive. And Jerry, the job you guys did, your staff, very good. The AV department, extremely good. Very good. And the food, outrageous. Thank you. Thank you for making it special, Jerry. God bless you. Let's make it happen. I'll see you all in Spain, Madrid. Yeah.
See you in Spain.